Our story today is called To His Company by Judy Delton. Bear and Duck were two good friends. Duck was Bear's best friend. One day, Duck hurried to Bear's house. "Bear, Bear," he said, knocking on the door, "we have a new neighbor. Chipmunk has moved in down the path." "Oh," said Bear. "Yes," said Duck. "Chipmunk bought Groundhog's house." "How nice," said Bear. "And I'm having a party for Chipmunk this afternoon," said Duck. "Be at my house at 3 o'clock, okay?" "But Duck," said Bear, "we always pick blackberries at 3 o'clock." "We can pick blackberries another time, Bear." "They will be overripe, Duck. They won't taste good then." "One more day won't matter, Bear. We can go tomorrow."
Duck," said Bear, "Chipmunk is probably too busy for a party. Moving in is always hard work."
"No," said Duck. "Chipmunk is all settled. I helped her hang her curtains this morning."
Bear shook his head. "I don't know, Duck. If it was me, I would not want a party. All that fuss would embarrass me. Besides, Chipmunk may be shy. Have you thought of that, Duck?"
"Chipmunk is not shy," said Duck. "She wants to meet her new neighbors. I have to go now. I have to invite the others. See you at 3 o'clock. Bear sat down in his rocking chair.
"Maybe the others can't come," thought Bear. "Maybe they will be busy."
Bear rocked in his chair. Before long it was 3 o'clock. Squirrel passed Bear's house. Squirrel waved. "Are you coming, Bear?" he asked.
"I'll be along," said Bear. "You go on ahead."
Bear got ready slowly. First he washed the dishes, then he polished his shoes, then he ironed his vest. Finally he put on his tie and started down the path. He looked at the trees, he talked to the birds, but at last he reached Duck's house. He knocked on the door. "Bear," whispered Duck, "you're late. Come in. Here's your party hat." Bear put on his hat. Everyone was singing and playing games. Balloons and streamers were everywhere. Bear sat down on the couch. Chipmunk sat next to him. "Hello, Bear," said Chipmunk. "I've been looking forward to meeting you."
"Hello, Chipmunk," said Bear, taking some salted peanuts. "Too bad about your house."
"What about my house?" asked Chipmunk.
"The water," said Bear, sadly shaking his head. "That is why Groundhog moved. He was flooded out, poor thing."
"It's nice and dry now," said Chipmunk.
"Wait until spring, Chipmunk. You'll be moving out when the snow melts."
"Dear me, I hope not," said Chipmunk. Just then Duck clapped his wings. "It's time for Chipmunk to open her presents." Everyone gathered around Chipmunk. There was a dust mop from Duck. There was a teapot from Squirrel, and Rabbit brought a chocolate cake. Bear had not brought anything. Everyone stared at Bear.
I didn't have time to shop," said Bear as he stared at his feet.
"Let's all have a piece of Rabbit's chocolate cake," said Chipmunk quickly. Rabbit cut the cake and passed a slice to everyone.
"I have my own cake at home," said Bear.
"Have a piece anyway," said Rabbit.
"No," said Bear, looking at his pocket watch. "It is time for me to leave. I have to weed my garden."
Bear went to find Duck. Duck and Chipmunk were standing in a corner.
"I have to leave, Duck," said Bear. "I have to weed my garden."
"Okay," said Duck. "We will see you tomorrow."
"Who's we?" asked Bear.
"Chipmunk and myself," said Duck. "I thought we could show her where the berry patch is." "I'm looking forward to it," said Chipmunk. Bear leaned over.
"Duck," he whispered, "that is our secret berry patch."
"There are enough berries for all of us," said Duck. "We will meet at 3 Pines at 3 o'clock. "I'll be there," said Chipmunk. Bear was angry. He kicked stones all the way home. The next afternoon, Bear and Duck met at 3 Pines. They sat on a stump and waited for Chipmunk.
"Chipmunk is late," said Bear, looking at his watch. "You said 3 o'clock. I could be home weeding my garden."
"I hope Chipmunk isn't lost," said Duck.
I like to be on time, said Bear. You are always on time, Duck. That is important with friends.
Bear, you are often late yourself. Chipmunk may be sick. Dear me, I should have called her.
It is 3:30, Duck. Your friend is half an hour late. We should have gone by ourselves.
Here she comes, shouted Duck. Chipmunk was running. I'm sorry to be late, she said. I didn't notice the time. No hurry, said Duck. I'm glad you didn't get lost.
I could have finished weeding my garden, muttered Bear.
Oh dear, said Chipmunk. I forgot to bring a pail. Bear groaned. Bear has 2 pails, said Duck. He'll be glad to share. The 3 walked to the blackberry patch. They all began to pick berries. In an hour, Bear and Duck had filled their pails. Chipmunk's pail had only a few berries in it. Bear yawned. Then he stretched out under a tree.
It's warm in this hot sun, he complained.
I seem to be slow at this, said Chipmunk sadly. The blackberry bushes are a bit high for me. That's all right, Chipmunk, said Duck. You're new at berry picking. Let me help. Duck helped Chipmunk fill the pail, and then the 3 set off for home. Goodbye, Chipmunk, said Duck. We'll see you Friday morning at the fair. Fine, said Chipmunk, waving a paw. Bear and Duck walked on together. Chipmunk is nice, said Duck. Bear didn't say anything. What is bothering you, Bear?
Nothing, said Bear.
Don't lie, Bear. I know something is bothering you.
Why does Chipmunk have to come everywhere with us? Grumbled Bear. Now she's even coming to the fair, and the seats on the Ferris wheel only have room for 2. Someone will have to sit alone. Some things are better with 2, Bear said.
We can all fit in one seat, Bear.
It'll be too tight, Duck.
But Bear, Chipmunk is small. We can all fit.
I don't care, said Bear. Chipmunk is late and forgetful, and she takes forever picking berries.
The blackberry bushes are too high for her, said Duck. And she needs friends, Bear. The 2 came to Bear's house.
Well, I don't need any more friends, grumbled
Bear as he went in and slammed the door. Bear grumbled as he got supper.
Chipmunk, Chipmunk, Chipmunk. Nothing is the same since she moved in.
Bear grumbled as he ate supper and as he washed the dishes. Then he remembered his weeding. He grumbled as he walked toward his garden with his hoe. When Bear reached his garden, he stopped. Half of his garden was weeded.
How did that happen?
Said Bear. Bear thought and thought.
Of course,
said Bear. Bear put down his hoe and went into the house. He picked up the telephone and called Duck. But Duck said, No, Bear, I did not weed your garden. I've been making blackberry jelly. I have to go now. My jelly is on the stove. Goodbye, Bear.
Goodbye, Duck, said Bear.
The next day, Bear went to market. He met Rabbit at the carrot counter.
Rabbit, said Bear, thank you for weeding my garden.
I didn't weed your garden, said Rabbit. I've been busy canning carrots for the winter. Oh, said Bear, rubbing his head thoughtfully. Bear paid for his flour and eggs and started home. When he was almost there, he saw his tomatoes moving. Bear walked faster.
Chipmunk, cried Bear, what are you doing?
Weeding your garden. Weeding is easy for me because I'm so short and close to the ground.
Why, thank you, Chipmunk, said Bear. That is very kind of you.
You're welcome, Bear, said Chipmunk.
Would you like a glass of lemonade?
Asked Bear. That would be lovely, said Chipmunk. Chipmunk and Bear each drank a glass of lemonade. Then Chipmunk left for home. Soon Bear's telephone rang. Hello, Bear, said Duck. I've been thinking it over about the fair. Perhaps you and I should go alone.
No, said Bear. I think Chipmunk should come. She will be lonely.
But Bear, I thought you said...
Look, Duck, said Bear. I changed my mind. Can't I change my mind?
The end.